to a caller.
Yeah, I just turned on this new sports betting show and it's freaking sick. With Brad Evans giving picks, Krack talking shop, and Rob Pizzola with his Degen friends.
Don't forget the sports broker Jeff Dawson, hosted by the one and only Doug Kezirian.
Finally, a betting show that's not bullshit.
Shush.
So now you know about the pennies. They're getting rid of pennies. They talked about that in the media.
Wait, is that really? They really are?
How will the casinos handle the decommission of pennies? That's the article. Penny slots are going nowhere.
Oh, okay.
But, so you have a voucher of $12.81.
Right.
Well, if there's no pennies to give you,
it's 80 cents
how do they pay
so
you?
Where does that?
Well, they're not saying. They're going to do an investigation. But see, we know what's going to happen. $12.81, you're only getting $12.80.
Right.
But what if it's $12.84? I don't think it's fair you get $12.80. I don't think it's fair.
Right.
I think it should round up. McDonald's says they're going to round up 83s and 84s to 85, 82s and 81s to 80. Okay, if you want to do that, I have no problem with it. I have a funny feeling that's not going to happen.
Yeah, seemingly almost every day there's a news storyline that impacts the betting world. Welcome into the latest episode of the Whiparound. I am Doug Kezirian. Over the next 30 minutes, we will whip around all of North America and get some wide-ranging opinions, including the fallout from Major League Baseball's betting scandal, why you need to always keep an eye on your chips at the poker table in casinos, and the macro view on the latest developments in airport slots and horse racing. But first, the NFL, which obviously is a huge spectacle over this holiday as we hope to stuff our wallets as we stuff our faces. Here's the sports broker who breaks down two huge movers in the futures market since week one.
Thanks, Doug. With Thanksgiving fast approaching, the NFL futures market is turned upside down. Here's two teams bettors should be thankful for. I'm Jeff Dawson, your sports broker. On to the chart. Feast your eyes on this. Indianapolis Colts, before the season started, well over 100-1, now 10-1, as a $100 investor sees their ticket 10x and valued at $1,100. Led by Daniel Jones, the third-string quarterback for the Vikings last year, the Indianapolis Colts came out cooking with Crisco, winners of 7 of 8, 2 big wins early in the year, week 2 against the Broncos and week 7 against the Chargers, that has really jump-started this journey towards the Super Bowl. On to another bird that wasn't that tasty to start the season, the Seattle Seahawks, led by another former Minnesota Vikings quarterback, Sam Darnold, saw their odds as high as 80-1 after opening week loss to the 49ers, now 10-1. A $100 ticket now valued at $600. Bettors holding on to one of these two tickets don't get stuffed. Always remember to round out your portfolio. My words of wisdom. I'm Jeff Dawson, your sports broker. Back to you, Doug.
Crazy to think about. The Colts with Daniel Jones just might in fact be the #1 seed in the AFC. Now here's Krack discussing actual horses and shedding light on a potential bombshell story.
One of the guys I was with last night, the rich guy, is also a horse player.
Oh.
Yeah, he has fun with it, though.
Right.
He has fun with it.
I know the guy.
So he is getting ready to quit. He's bet serious money on horse racing. And he is getting ready to quit because of these CAWs. These, what that is these groups that are the computer-assisted wagering groups that are ruining horse racing for Joe Public.
Oh.
They bet last second. They're allowed to bet last second. Let's just be blunt. The article I'm reading here is horse racing rigged to benefit a select few. Class action lawsuit alleges so. A proposed class action lawsuit in federal court alleges horse racing is rigged to benefit a select few. The litigation claims computer-assisted wagering platforms wrong ordinary bettors. They're absolutely right. And the guy said it at dinner last night, and this article came out today. So,
really?
Do you bet a little bit, $2?
Sometimes, yeah, a little bit.
I knew it.
But a little bit,
No,
just a little bit.
If you're omitting the 2, it means it's 10. So.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, cat horses with cat names. You know how I roll. She's a pretty kitty, home run kitten.
Yeah, it's terrible what's going on. Horse race starts, they're halfway around. The horse that's 5-1's now 3-1.
Right. I see that a lot.
This moved between, this is Listen, it's happened.
Like they were 5-1
always.
going into the gate, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, okay. Then it could be maybe 4-1 or 9-2.
Right.
But not 3-1. And this
Right.
is what's been happening. And the horse wins easy. And there's a lot of things going on. These are big, giant things. This is through Twin Spires.
now I know a
Churchill
guy
Downs Inc.
that's doing this. I think, right? We won't say name, but do you know what I'm talking about or no? Oh,
No.
Okay,
I
I'll
don't
tell you
think so.
offline.
I think the guy you're talking about.
He has software.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff, no?
that was beatable software years ago.
Okay.
You're talking about the guy in Pennsylvania, right? Years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, but he may have beat it. It was 30 years ago, 25 years ago.
Okay.
But all I'm saying is that these people may have a point with this horse racing. You know me with horse racing. I just think it's so hard to beat anyway. You got to overcome 20%
It
house
is. Look,
edge.
there they are, right there.
No,
Some nice horses.
They're in the start.
Yeah.
It's funny. You always watch the horse when I'm with you.
I do.
I notice you always rooting for horses too.
I do.
Since the World Series ended, we've learned a lot more details about the betting scandal that rocked the sport of baseball this summer and cost two players with the Cleveland Guardians their multi-million-dollar salaries and careers for a fraction of the cost. Truly baffling. The Circle Back crew tries to make sense of it all, which is nearly impossible.
Let's start off first of all with a conversation around just doing this in general. Like, Rob, can you believe somebody who's making this much money in the MLB would put it all in jeopardy for this small figure to him? Like, why would anybody even consider that?
I can't rationalize it myself. I think Spanky had a good tweet this morning about some people just get excited about beating the game, so to speak. It's like, and maybe that could be the case. But it will be very hard for like a regular person who, earns, let's just say like a standard income to look at someone who's making multi-million dollars and be like, you would throw this career, potentially risk this career to make $12,000. I mean, it could have been more than that. Maybe there's scenarios that we don't know about. But it is very hard to rationalize, honestly. And when you see those figures come out, like reportedly what they were getting paid, it does make you wonder if this is more widespread and more rampant than just like a one-off case. At least it does for me. Like, what are athletes willing to do to go? Like, is it like I'm not going to get caught type of situation? It's obviously not for the money. It is so hard for me to determine or like in my head rationalize what is going through someone's head to take this type of risk.
Yeah, so I think kind of like you said, the numbers to me, I'm not like super convinced that that's the truth because like what you can put in an indictment is what you like have as provable versus there were a lot of other story or I saw another report that like there were hundreds of pitches that like they use like the mile per hour market, stuff like that. So I think those numbers probably aren't accurate, but either way, obviously it's just completely insane that someone making this type of money would do it. And even if the numbers are heavily underreported, it would need to be like 1,000x before you could even like start to wrap your head around it. But either way, it's like you're a professional athlete. Why are you risking going to prison? But I think what you said is also true that I think probably these players really didn't understand how easy it is to get caught. They probably thought it was impossible to get caught, but actually it's like so easy for a book to realize like, oh, that people are betting way more money on this market that no one bets on, and every time they bet it, we lose.
And it's happening on the same pitchers all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So I think them getting caught and hopefully this whole like extended probe, gets to players. But, there's been a lot of players punished before for gambling stuff, and it just seems like they can't get it through their head. So, yeah, it's just sad and really dumb overall.
More like mind-boggling to me than the whole like NBA scandal.
Yeah.
In some ways, I think this one is crazier. Even though I don't think pitchers gas canning pitches is like pervasive. I'm naive enough to think that's not really an issue.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how one player outside of like a guy who knows he's getting multiple innings in a game really could impact the game. Like, I really don't know where, like, pick any player, any player, and figure, like, where could that player move a market?
For like an average, so like, I think about this from a logistics point of view, right? Say I'm trying to organize something where I know that I can get someone to pitch a ball and I want to take advantage of it. You're not going to get, Todd Furman's point is valid in one sense here. The recreational limits on this that are open widely to people are very small, generally. Like, even if you have a fresh account, like a fresh FanDuel, fresh DraftKings, you're going to get small limits. So I'm guessing this was orchestrated through some VIP accounts. And at some point, like, why would a book be offering VIP limits on like one pitch of the game, really? I mean, there is some sort of accountability on the sports books as well for even making that a possibility. It should not be a possibility for somebody to be able to go and bet. I mean, if they're paying these guys $5,000 a pop, they're probably betting at least 20, 25 themselves on a pitch. That's dumb, right? Like, it's one thing if your VIP comes to you and says, hey, can I get increased limits here? Then already you can monitor that situation. You kind of know what's going on. But to offer that right up front is really, really dumb.
I got paid $900 for uploading my camera roll. I made $420 uploading my homework.
I paid my car payment with money from my data. Upload your data and get paid. I got paid $320 for foot pictures. I made $800 for all my Screamo videos.
Upload your data. Make money.
AI companies are paying a lot of money for training data.
So upload your content and make it rain, baby.
Welcome back. Many of us have been there. At a casino, sitting at the blackjack table, or even the poker table, we need to use the restroom. Often we feel comfortable leaving our chips, as the dealer will reserve our seat, and there's cameras everywhere. Our chips should be fine. Well, that's no longer the case.
This is a story about something that happened here. And I know people that were at the game. I know one guy at the game. I know the guy that won the hand. And I know someone that was standing in the room that knew about this. So, happened in one of the big casinos in town here, still a poker place. So, in the game, they're playing a cash game, and someone said all in. He threw a stack of 10,000, a 10,000 stack in the pot.
Okay.
All in, and the other guy threw the money in and called him. And the guy that said all in lost the hand.
Right.
Picked up his $10,000 stack and ran out of the room. Never was charged. The casino said, we're not responsible for the poker game. We collect an hourly rate. We're not in charge of your chips or your money. Now, here...
Where was this?
It was in a big casino in town here. I don't want to throw...
But it was here in Vegas.
Giant casino.
Okay.
That's still the big poker, one of the big poker places in town.
Okay.
So... it was out there about this story too, so if someone's going to know about it, this was a pretty big story. Still, let's fast forward to today, 2025. If you go to the restroom and you have stacks of chips, you're playing in a big game and you have a $5,000 chip on top of your chips.
Right.
Someone comes by and grabs that chip, runs out the door, or grabs a couple of your $1,000 chips, or your $500 chips, or just grabs a stack of your chips, puts them in your pocket, runs out the door. Do you think that do you think that the casino's going to say they're responsible?
I always thought they would.
No way.
Really?
They got nothing to do with it. Protect your chips. Protect yourself at all times.
Including blackjack tables or just poker?
I believe it or not, I think it's both. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I always thought it was safe.
Yeah.
I always thought it was safe.
Yeah. It's an amazing thing and unless if someone can prove me different, I'd like to know. As far as I know, this is what happened. You know, it's funny. The guy's calling me right now. Hey, hold on one second. We're doing a show right now about that guy. That we're doing a live show, but no, you're not on air or anything. But let me ask you a question. The guy that threw the $10,000 in the pot, I'm talking about it now, he ran out of the room and he never got caught till this day? Oh my God. That's just amazing. It's like the sign from God that you would call me up right now in the middle of it. So he never got caught, and the casino said they weren't responsible for the chips, right? It's a civil matter. I forgot. I'm glad you did call me. It's a civil. Right. They don't know who the guy was. It's a civil matter. The casino just. Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy.
I'll call you back when I'm done filming. All right. Thanks.
That's
unbelievable that person. He's the guy that was standing there. He's the guy that was actually standing at the table.
That guy just called you.
Yes. Yes. We went to go see Tom Jones with him.
Oh!
He's the guy that was standing at the table. He was standing at the table. He couldn't even believe this guy ran out of the room with the stack, and the casino said it's a civil matter. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Wow. Is that crazy?
Sources confirm.
Pit boss, casino manager, poker room shift manager, all off the record.
Yeah.
I am right about chips on the table. I am right. They're never going to admit. If someone comes by and swipes your chip off your poker table, they are not responsible.
Wow,
they are not responsible. I checked with many people from different places.
That changes everything. Like when you go to the bathroom in a cash game.
If you got some big chips on top or
put
something.
them on the bottom under a stack
now they
of
said they
fives.
would get involved. The guy in the casino, and he didn't. He was scared to death to give me an answer. He said, "Bill, please, you can't quote me." I said, "I won't." He said, "Listen. It's not our job to go running out of the casino after people if they steal your chips or something." He said, we'll go over it with security and Metro and see if we can find out, but we're technically not responsible for your money. So for all the people that said to me, you're wrong, there were some big sources in this town that said, I'm afraid Bill is wrong on this subject. Bill's not wrong. Bill's not wrong. Bill is absolutely right. Checked it with 3 different people from 3 different casinos.
Wow.
One of the biggest poker rooms in town. I am not wrong about it.
Conversation we had last week, we speculated if a rec bettor would get a lower cash out because they're more likely to take it than a sharp bettor who would need to be further enticed by that cash out to even consider it. What do you guys think? I think that it is possible that traders will change cash outs.
I'll bet this guy, and let's do it. And the easiest way to do it, I swear to God, would be with a golfer. So like we'd each bet the exact same amount, a sharp and a square, or someone that's regularly acknowledges they do hit cash out versus someone that never.
Yeah.
And we get to the weekend, and if this golfer is anywhere near anything, you'll be able to see.
All right.
And I'm telling you, I think you'd see 2 different numbers.
But I think it's the opposite. My understanding on this has always been that, like, a really wreck will get like essentially full cash outs. Well, they'll be able to bet cash out of like a bet for the full amount. But then like some sites have kind of like a tier 2 cash out where they'll offer like a cash out, but they know you're a sharper account and you're somewhat limited. But so like if you bet $10 on something, they'll give you like the $9.
All he's saying is different
you know
people
what?
are getting different cash outs.
You know what? I'll actually rephrase it. They can both be squares. But one is a habitual casher outer. And the other one never cashes out.
This is a good. This might be a good YouTube video.
That would be a good test. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Offers on the table for end boss though, and Kirk did say that he would escrow as well.
No, nothing that's like I'm telling you. You play it out.
Interesting. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there who bet with their friends. If you have like a futures bet right now, check like what the cash out is and see if it's the same as your friends and let us know.
If you're
in the comments
running a sports book in 2025 and your goal is to like extract as much money from the bettor over time as possible, and cash out is a widely used feature, you are going to start to play around with the cash outs. I mean, that's a very logical conclusion. I've never seen it happen because I never use cash out, but I think it's something that probably does happen.
The Whiparound is brought to you by responsible gaming partner Birch's Health.
everybody's wearing Skims.
Can we ask you gentlemen some questions today? Awesome. So, it seems everyone and everything is the same nowadays. How do you guys like to switch it up?
Everything Puma.
All right. And is there anything you'd like to say to the youth of this generation?
Don't be dumb.
Welcome back to the Whiparound. Well, so far, we've tried to make sense of the two Cleveland Guardians pitchers that jeopardized and lost their playing careers for something that makes no sense, a microscopic fraction of their multi-million-dollar salaries. We also touched on two NFL teams who've seen their Super Bowl odds drastically lowered since coming out of nowhere to make a serious run at their conference seed. For more, we go back to the Circle Back crew, discussing where we draw the proverbial line with NFL social media and sports betting.
Next topic on the chopping block comes from the Carolina Panthers coming up again on this show because they promoted their games over-under on FanDuel. And there was a FanDuel ad for it within the official Carolina Panthers Twitter account. And Adam Koffler quoted and said, "This rubs me the wrong way, official team accounts marketing their game totals." Does it rub you the wrong way, Rob?
It does. I understand why it's happened. Once you just like take a step back and you just realize, hey, the world revolves around money. And if there's money at play, people are they're going to do things without thinking about the repercussions or the costs associated with that. It does rub me the wrong way. And like, how far are we removed now from like the Carolina Panthers account, tweeting out, Bryce Young is a good bet to go over 199.5 passing yards. Like, when are we going to get to that point? It's too much.
We've lost. We're lost. Okay, these accounts. It should just be if Buddy gets over 43, everyone gets a free 3 tenders at Raising Cane's.
Yes.
Like that's when America was proper. Now the teams like doing this.
I know.
Right? It's wrong. Like it used to be, we score the power play goal, free Popeyes. That's what it was about.
I also, FanDuel's a sponsor of our network as well on some of our other channels and always had very good relationships with them. I also, though, I guess I don't understand why they want to market in these ways. Like, who's coming across this tweet on the Carolina Panthers account and seeing this and being like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to go to bet the total at FanDuel now. Like, their name is out. The brand recognition, we're, past that point with FanDuel, DraftKings. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows these books. They don't have to spend on brand recognition anymore. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah, they're like Coke and Pepsi at this point.
It really just feels like the marketing dollars are still there and they have to figure out a way to spend them and they're just looking for new ways to do it. That's what it feels like to me here. There's just other ways to go about it. I don't know. I'm so far gone.
They give Bussin' with the Boys $100 million and still need more money to spend on brainwashing people.
Somebody tagged this, #CircleBack. By the way, you can do that on Twitter at any point. I review them every single week. I actually thought I was getting got. I didn't think this was the real Panthers account at first. I saw it and I'm like, there's no way. And then I clicked in and it was the real. And that's when it's sad. When you are actually, you see it and you're like, this has to be fake. And it's not. I'll leave it at that.
That was it. Major U.S. airports in general want to join Las Vegas and Reno in offering slot machines. Chicago is going for it first. O'Hare and Midway.
Money.
Yeah, they're the third most populated in the nation, airport-wise, and they want to join us. And I just thought that was unbelievable that they're, joining us or wanting to join us.
Have you heard of a lot of airport big jackpot winning stories?
Once in a while they come out. There's not a lot of machines, so there's not a lot of volume, so you're not going to hear about it much.
Right.
But
because
the
of
hold,
volume.
and
right?
by the way, the hold is some of the lowest of any casinos.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
So like the machine hold will be, 13, 14%, 15%, or whatever the state allow. I think they allow 18. And it's not that bad though, I believe. So maybe it's 14% compared to the casinos, 10%.
Would you ever play in the airport?
Yes, I play because I play the bonus games if I see in bonus mode. I'll play.
You don't worry about if you hit the jackpot.
Losing your mirror. You just have to stay.
Missing the flight?
Yeah, you just have to stay.
But what if it's like a guy like you?
I'm not letting it, because I'm changing flights.
You're changing
flights. The casino's not getting $1 off me.
Okay, let me ask you this. I'm curious what your answer is on this.
Yeah.
If you had a choice you get to pick a degenerate gambler's destiny.
Yeah.
You get to pick their destiny. They have $50 every week. They're either going to buy 50 lottery tickets or one $50 parlay bet.
Not even close.
What is it?
He's buying $50 in lottery tickets.
$50 in lotteries?
I don't care what lottery he's playing. He could play the Mega Millions, pick 3, pick 4. I don't care what he's playing. That's a terrible bet.
Oh, okay.
Definitely better off with $50.
Wow, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, that's a 50% hold, plus taxes and stuff.
Right.
It's a terrible, terrible bet, the lottery.
Okay.
Not telling you to do this. So this John wants to know this, by the way, for himself. He's trying to turn 50 in time. I know what you're doing.
That's going to do it for this edition of the Whip Around. We hope you learned a lot about the sports betting world and also made you think outside the box a little bit. For everyone behind the scenes and the entire team, I'm Doug Kezirian.
We see sports betting just becoming part of the culture.
It's a madness.
The whole paradigm in sports betting content and media is kind of broken too. There's a huge wide open lane for this new media concept.
One of those.
Throw away the old studios and the high budgets for production.
Who gives the best dating advice in the locker room?
Bring the best content creators together under one umbrella and let them stick to what they like to do, which is creating great content.
Look at the handle, 790 million.
Caitlyn is actually so much bigger than Tiger.
There you have it.
And it's not just sports betting.
That hits the pleasure center of the brain.